Hello, everyone. It's Brenda Miller. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and I go live or post a video like I am doing today every Wednesday at 3 o'clock to share some Stampin' Up! Stuff. And lately, I've been going through the templates in the annual catalog and just fun Stampin' stuff every Wednesday. I am still not live. I have learned that I need to get a new computer, and so I'm going to be doing that in December. I'm just not prepared to do that at the moment. It takes, some research and some work. So it'll be videos for the next several weeks, but I promise all the same stuff. So let's go ahead and get started and take a look at what we have for today. So, all right, so let's take a look at our template for this week. Now, of course, I've been deviating a little bit, but this design, again, it's on page 22 of the annual catalog, is based on these big circles and creating our focal point for the image. So these circles are actually 2 3/8 inches, which is our largest current punch that we have for circles, 2 3/8 inches. And of course, we have dies that cut the same size plus bigger, smaller, all that. And this rectangle behind it, if you were doing the way that it is designed, it's 2 3/4 inches by 4 inches. And you can see that it's a regular card front, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so those are the dimensions. And then this strip can be for your sentiment. And it looks like it's about 1/2 inch by, let's say, 3 inches or so, maybe 2 3/4. So you get an idea of how that this design is going to work. But of course, I had to deviate a little bit. And so let me show you what I made. Well, I'm going to actually build it for you so that you can see. So when you're making Christmas cards, well, first of all, this is the stamp set I wanted to highlight. This is a bundle called Sophisticated Sled. It is found on it's an online exclusive, so you can only see it in the online store. But love the sled. We've made other cards using the sled. The wreath is so pretty, and the skates are just so much fun. And I really, really, really wanted to use the skates. Mary Fish, who is a top Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that I really connect with. A lot of my designs are inspired by her. She inspired this card using the skates, and she used pink. So it caused me to say, okay, I really want to use pink for my next Christmas card. So let me just show you what it comes with when it comes to the skates. So you see we have all the sled pieces, but we've also got skates that you can use the die to cut out the stamped image of the skates. It's easier to see here. So that's the image we're going to use, but we could have also built the skates ourselves, which is really cool. It's just a lot of little pieces, and I didn't really want to go there for this. So I just went with the stamped image that we have here. Now, when I think about pink, I just have to give a shout out to a customer of mine that has since passed away. And whenever I think of pink Christmas cards, I think of her because she always said, pink is not for Christmas, except that I would always have to send her a pink Christmas card. And she would always get back to me and say, okay, pink is good for Christmas. But every year we went through the same rituals. So a little shout out there to my friend Phyllis. So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put some basic white on the inside of this standard card front, just using my regular adhesive. So don't you love when making a card makes you think of somebody, even if they're not here anymore? So just had to mention that. Okay, now here I might have put a background, and instead of doing a small piece for the background, something, like smaller than this even, I decided to go with a full piece of This is 4 by 5 1/4, same as the inside of the card, but I embossed it with the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. Just wanted to make sure I got that right. Snowflake Sky. And that's in the annual catalog. So you can see that I have been using, I've been making a lot of Christmas cards, and I don't know why, but I think most of my cards have been using this embossing folder. I just can't get enough of it. It's perfect subtle background. You know, when you use it for white, it helps your focal point stand out even more, but yet not be stark. Because it has the snowflake pattern, and it's also gradiated snowflakes. We'll give this a second to dry. You know, I like to use wet adhesive when I'm adhering something that is textured, so it gets in the nooks and crannies and it'll hold better than a regular tape. But you can see that the snowflakes start just a little bit at the top and then they build as they fall to the ground. So very cool. All right, so that is our card front. And now we're going to add to it. So because I was going with the pretty in pink, and this is what Mary Fish did as well. She used this designer series paper. This is the 2024 to 2026 in color designer series paper. The 6x6 sheets, and they come in 4 different designs. So we've got the stripes on one side, we've got these fun flowers on the other, we've got some circles, and then we've got a fun design on the back. I don't even know what to call that, but I'm gonna go ahead and just use the stripes and circles because that's what speaks to me for this card. On Mary's card, she used all the different designs. And I'm just taking my 2 3/8 inch circle punch and cutting 1 circle from each of these sheets. So you can get 4 out of each one. Okay. Now, remember where's my template? Where did I put it? Okay, here. The template used just a smaller background, but it overlapped with the circles. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these circles and I'm going to adhere them down. Of course, I did that wrong already. Boo hiss. I forgot what I was doing. So we're going to go ahead and put these down. And I'll show you what I did wrong in a minute. So I'm going to, again, use wet adhesive. You know me, I can't do a video without making a mistake. Unbelievable. And you can put either, decide which way you want them to go. Doesn't really matter. And these flowers actually kind of look good too on this wintry card. It's more of a winter card than a Christmas card, but which is nice for if you don't want it to say actually Merry Christmas. It doesn't have to, and this card won't. So, okay, so we've got that, and now we're going to do a little bit of stamping, and you know me, not a whole lot of stamping. So I'm going to take that scrap of basic white cardstock that I had up before, and I'm going to stamp our ice skates. And I'm just using Memento black ink. And sorry, the camera's shaking on the table. I'm just going to stamp it on the card. And using the perfect die cut, let me just cover up my ink pad for a moment. Using our perfect die, we're going to line it up and then just take it over to my die cutting machine and cut it out. And through the magic of television, we have our nice skates. Now I could color them in if I wanted to, but I like them black and white. So I really wanted them to go onto the card. And when I originally designed this card, I wanted some ribbon to go around. And that's the mistake I made. I should have put the ribbon on before I glued it down, and I just was too excited. So we're gonna modify it even further. And so I'm just gonna take about 4 inches of ribbon, and I'm gonna tie it in a knot. And then this is going to replace that bow that is at the top of the skates. Okay, so instead of this bow, now I could cut it off. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on top. So let's go ahead and put this on. I'm going to use the dimensionals for this. So really, how easy is this card, right? You can make a whole bunch of these and you don't have to use pink, but I really like pink for the holidays. I think it looks nice and it's a little bit different. And then we're going to go ahead and put our bow on. I'm going to use a glue dot, and you see that I'm using the glue dots that come in my um, paper pumpkin kits because they're just easier to keep on my desk that way. And I'm just going to put that glue dot right in the center of where the bow is on here, and I'm going to lay that down. Okay, so here we have a cute card, and it just needs a little sentiment to go with it. So this ribbon, I didn't mention, is the bordered 1 centimeter ribbon that comes in all the in colors. So this is the pretty in pink color. And now we just need a little sentiment. And for this, I decided I was going to use Good Tidings. Good Tidings is from the Sophisticated Sled stamp set. I've used Let It Snow a zillion times, and I thought, oh, Good Tidings would be nice. I could, of course, use a longer one, but I thought that was good enough. So I'm just going to go back to my little scrap where I had done some stamping before. And I'm going to, right in the bottom corner, just because to reduce my cutting, I'm going to stamp that Good Tidings. So cute. And I'm going to fussy cut this because I want it to be nice and close. So you see, and imperfections actually are a little bit better for this little technique that I'm doing here. And not only am I going to cut out the Good Tidings, but I'm going to cut this in half. So it's going to be Good and then Tidings. So I'm going to put these on here, and I'm going to continue that little jaunty angle situation, and it'll go across the card. Now I could just do it like that, but I said, oh no, let's use a little bit of Pretty in Pink and make them pop out a little bit more. And so I am going to just adhere these down onto, this is just a scrap. You can see I've used it for die cutting other things. And again, I just want a little tiny border. So I am putting it right in that corner there. And again, imperfections are just fine for this particular technique. What I love about it, you know me, I love my jaunty angles. Love my jaunty angles. And so the way that the skates are designed, they're jaunty to begin with. So I had to continue that. And again, I'm just going to fussy cut and just using my paper snips here. And then I'm going to cut it in half. I could have done a little bit better job with that, but again, imperfections are all good. Now I could put these on with little mini dimensionals, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and put them down with my regular adhesive. So there we go. So we're going to go, whoops, better if you have it right side up. So we're going to go up for the Good, down with the Tidings. And there you go. Now we could also add some gems or something else to the card, and I just hadn't decided what I wanted to do, so I'm not going to just yet. But we even have little snowflakes that you can add. But I just thought that this would make a perfect holiday card. Now let me show the original that I was shooting for. And that was this card. So you can see they're almost the same, except that it had the ribbon going across. I'm not sure which one I like better. I also had decided last night after I made the card, said I didn't really like these over here. I wanted them over here. So that I managed to do. But those are two versions of the same card. Thank you, Mary Fish, for the inspiration. Her card is actually very different from this one, but the colors and all inspired me. So let's see. I think that's all I have for this week. Now, I did want to mention, I can't believe I didn't start out with this, but today is my 100th quick class. So if you are looking, let's see, I'm trying to get back here, gallery. If you're looking for the other quick class, the other 99 quick classes, you can find them on my YouTube channel under my quick classes playlist. And you'll see 99 other fabulous ideas over the last about 2 years that I've been doing this. So it's very exciting, very monumental to hit the 100 mark. And also, I wanted to mention for those of you who are local that I will be at a Creative Women's Showcase on Friday night. And this is at the Contemporary Arts, there all the information is in my newsletter, and if you need it, you can let me know. But it's in Bedminster, New Jersey, and it features a bunch of artists, but also some crafters like me. I do not consider myself an artist. However, they are having a little vendor fair, and so I'll have a few things for sale. I'll have some kits available. So if you're interested, please come out for that. And if you need more information, feel free to email me. My email is in the information for this video. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.